The following is what Islam teaches concerning the end times, primarily understood from the Hadith, which has incorporated elements of the Torah, New Testament, and Zoroastrianism. Not all Muslims believe in every or even some of these eschatological elements. Just as in Christianity, there are widely divergent views concerning the last days. But whether these elements are believed or not, this is basically what the Hadith teaches. Bear in mind, there are elements in Islam that were taken from other religions, so we're going to hear some things that are familiar from the Bible. But don't forget though, Islam is a made-up religion. Satan doesn't know how the end times are going to turn out, except from what he reads in the Bible. So, as we go through Islam's end time views, please don't be concerned that any of what you're about to hear is going to happen. Now, Islam generally believes in a savior called the Mahdi, who'll arrive during a time called the Hour. There will be a number of very interesting signs that follow his coming. Women will outnumber men 50 to 1. Men will eat with their tongues like cows. Time will contract. Wild beasts will speak, and the Euphrates River will uncover a mountain of gold. And when that happens, the Mahdi will come. They also have an antichrist called the Dajjal. And of course, since Islam hates the Jewish people, he's supposedly going to be a Jew. The Dajjal is prophesied to be born in Iran. He has one eye, and the word infidel actually tattooed on his forehead, and he will lead a Jewish army. In response to the Dajjal, the Mahdi shows up, and some Islamic sects call the Mahdi the 12th Imam, who was a kid who supposedly fell down a well centuries ago. Yet, he comes back. The 12th Imam directly descends from Muhammad. Jesus also plays a part in Islamic eschatology and is sometimes confused with the Mahdi. The Mahdi will lead Muslims along with Jesus against the Dajjal. Islam teaches that Jesus will return to the Mount of Olives, which they clipped from the Bible, and he will defeat the Dajjal near Tel Aviv. He also defeats the Gog and Magog invaders. Jesus then converts the world to Islam, breaks all the crosses, kills all the pigs, and he marries, has children, and then he dies. The world during these battles will endure many natural disasters, and dangerous beasts will appear. Smoke will engulf the world. There will be landslides. The sun will begin rising from the west. Fire will round up all the people in Syria. Resurrections occur in Islamic eschatology. There are 3 to be exact: the trumpet of terror, the trumpet of swoon, and the trumpet of resurrection. Now, this brings people to the Day of Reckoning. For a Muslim, the Day of Reckoning is like purgatory. Even if a Muslim is the most devout teacher of Islam, no matter what kind of Muslim you are going to end up suffering for at least a little while. A Muslim must suffer as it's a works-based religion. Allah then judges each person based on their works, and remember that each person was assigned 2 angels, and your deeds, they were recorded and then placed on scales. If you're found worthy, you cross a bridge. And those are the unfaithful. They're going to fall off the bridge into hell. There are still some chances of being saved after that, and so later be rescued from hell. Islam also has a heaven called paradise. Surah 4, 56 through 57 explains,
"But those who believe and do righteous deeds, we will admit them to gardens beneath which rivers flow, wherein they abide forever. For them, therein are purified spouses, and will admit them to deepening shade. But those who believe and do righteous deeds, we will admit them to gardens beneath which rivers flow, wherein they abide forever. For them therein are purified spouses, and we will admit them to the deepening shade."
Those who were slain in the life of the advancement of Allah are promised 72 voluptuous virgins. Now there are 7 levels exist in their paradise. Unlike Christianity though, it's not a heaven of spiritual delight and communion with God. Allah is off in the distance, don't get to talk to him. Paradise is all physical, all sensual, really it's all sexual. And then you've got to wonder why any woman would want to be interested in becoming a continual concubine throughout their eternal stay. And they say it's because they gain eternal youth. Now for those who go to hell, Surah 4, 56 through 57 says,
"Indeed, those who disbelieve in our verses, the infidels, we will drive them into a fire, and every time their skins are roasted through, we will replace them with other skins so they may taste the punishment. Indeed, Allah is ever exalted in might and wise."
Now hell in Islam also has 7 levels. Did you know there's a level of hell reserved just for Christians? We've got our own level of hell. And of course, there's also a level of hell reserved for the Jews. In keeping with Muhammad's disdain for women, there's also a level of hell primarily reserved for ladies. Not many women are going to make it into paradise unless you're one of the virgins. And although at a 72 to 1 ratio, I'm not sure exactly how that works. Unfortunately for the Muslim female, hell is primarily for women. To learn more about Islam and its future according to the Bible, order the Fate of Islam DVD. To get more answers for the end times, subscribe to this channel and please visit us at christinprophecy.org.